back to Vlogmas. So I did get my tripod, so I'm hands-free now. But I'm really excited for this particular video because I wanted to talk about solo travel and give you guys some solo travel tips if you're thinking about doing a getaway like this, or you've never traveled by yourself before. I figured this will be a good topic for today because I used to travel by myself all the time for business and work. So I feel like I'm pro with this. So I don't even have like any notes or anything. I'm just gonna like freestyle it. And if you have any questions or if you have questions, comment them below. But if you have any extra tips and comments and stuff that you want to share, if you're a solo traveling expert, drop them down in the comments. And it's funny because I was supposed to do a video on like how to do a staycation, like if you wanted to do something in your city, like go to a hotel or something, and I haven't posted it yet. I have like footage from when I was at a hotel, but I didn't film the tips yet, so maybe we'll do that here too. But anyway, so one of the first things I would tell you to do is don't be afraid. I know if you've never traveled by yourself before, it can be really intimidating to think about going somewhere new or unfamiliar by yourself, but don't be afraid. It's just new. And then you have common sense. If you have common sense, you will be okay, so you don't have to worry. Like, don't go into the situation with fear in your heart and feeling like, you know, something bad's gonna happen, because it's gonna mess up your experience anyway. So just kind of release that fear and just know that the more plans you make, the better you'll feel. So for me, I am a very planned person. Like, I can't really do spontaneous, and if I do, and meaning like I book a trip at the last minute, like I'm booking every detail. I'm literally doing flight, hotel, what kind of, am I driving, am I doing Ubering, like what's near the hotel, where am I gonna eat, what can I do for fun, like I find all of that stuff. But that's our personality type, so you really want to do like what's in alignment for you. If you've never traveled by yourself before, I would definitely encourage trying a staycation first, just to get kind of comfortable with the space. You know, maybe go to one of the best hotels in your city, or maybe there's like something in the suburbs, so like a half hour away from you, where you still feel like you're a little bit away. Definitely try that first. But when you're getting ready to travel, the first thing is your flight. Well, not the flight, where you're going. So I would pick a place that has a lot of things that suit your personality. So if you're like really adventurous, you may want to pick some place maybe that's not as like slow paced, it has like a lot going on. If you're way more chill, you may want to pick something that's a little bit more relaxed and tropical and laid back. I know for me, I'm very laid back. Like for me, I like to rest, I like to spa, I like to shop, I like to eat. Like those are like my things. I'm not like a let's go skydiving, let's go hiking, let's go parasail. Like that's not my particular thing, but other people, that might be their thing. So you really want to find a city that's gonna offer all of that. And like for me, I always like, I need to go somewhere where there's a beach. So I'm always looking for something that's like tropical. So you want to find like a city that's gonna offer like whatever it is you want. Next year, you know, provided everything is good, I really want to go to the mountains. I was looking at some spas in Utah that look so luxe and high vibe. They're like super expensive, but like I gotta go. Because I'm a spa person and I'm laid back. Like I don't need like big city energy to have fun or feel good about it. So pick your city, and once you pick the city, you want to pick your accommodations. So I am personally more of a hotel girl than an Airbnb girl. I did an Airbnb for this because it's a longer term stay. But if you're solo traveling for the first time, I think you'd be more comfortable in a hotel, preferably some kind of resort style. The last time I was in Florida, I stayed at a Hilton resort in Fort Lauderdale. It was right across the street from the ocean, and that was just a prime example of just feeling really taken care of by a brand. Like, and I'm more of a Marriott girl than Hilton, but it's one of those things where, you know, there's staff to take care of you, there's security. The resort style hotels have a lot of restaurants and bars. So like that Hilton had a couple restaurants in it. There was an outdoor bar at the pool. The pool was outside and on the roof, and they have activities and things. There was a spa there, right in the hotel. They did nails, they did facials, they did massages. So it was one of those things where it was like a lot in the resort. So if you can swing it, try to pick a resort style hotel. And if it's just a regular hotel, try to pick a hotel that's near stuff that you enjoy. So look for something that's maybe like in a main strip or area where there's restaurants and stores and stuff nearby. So if you need anything, you want to go out, you can. You don't really have to worry about driving and all of that stuff, because a lot of times that can add to your expense. But the hotel is really, really good. Some people are, again, way more like, I want that local feel. They do Airbnbs, they rent rooms. I've done Airbnb, but I've always only done it where I rented the whole place. I don't really do people like that, so I'm not about to rent somebody's room. No shade if you do. I'm just being honest. These are my tips in my video, okay? But if you want that, go for the Airbnb experience. I've done Airbnb in LA. I've done it in Miami. I've only had one. Well, and outside of this trip, I've only ever had one other bad Airbnb experience, and that was in New Jersey. But whatever. So, but for me, the location has always been really, really important. Like, I like to be by a bunch of stuff. I don't like to have to worry about transportation. I don't like to have to worry about Ubering and doing a lot. But if you are someone who wants to be able to drive, but you don't really want to commit to a rental, especially if you're sitting in a hotel, parking fees are really high, make sure y'all look into Zipcar. I should have an affiliate link for them. I'll leave it in the comments. But I pay for Zipcar, and Zipcar is a car rental service where you can rent a car by the hour. So if you only want to rent a car for an hour, you can. Like, I'm thinking about grabbing one while I'm here, just because I'm kind of torn, because the mall is really close. So it's a 5-minute ride, but like, I want to go shopping. I need to get some Christmas gifts too. So anyway, but like, I use Zipcar a lot, like especially when I was going to Tampa a lot, when I was in Miami, where you just kind of go, you reserve it in an app, you have a card, or you can use the app to unlock your car, go wherever you need to go, drop the car back off. I found that to be really helpful, and it just reduces the need for all those extra expenses. So definitely check out Zipcar. Okay, other solo traveling tips. So if you have, like, look through your network, look through like Facebook and LinkedIn, and see if you have friends in the area. Because a lot of times, like, somebody in your network might be in that city, somebody you haven't talked to in years, and you might not know, you might not remember. People move, you just don't know. And I know, like, especially like whenever I come down to Florida, I'm always surprised at like how many people I know from undergrad who live here, people I know from Twitter who I talk to all the time, but like didn't really know where they lived. Like, they live here. And so if you want to meet up with people, like, I typically, before COVID, because while I'm here, I'm not meeting nobody. But I remember the last time I was here in January, like, one of my friends who moved from Pittsburgh, she moved here. Like, I was in Fort Lauderdale, she was in Miami. Like, we met up, went to brunch, we went shopping, we did some things, you know, like, kind of meeting up with old friends and kind of hanging out. If you don't know anybody, but you are a social being, and it's also not a pandemic where it's safe to meet with people, definitely try Groupon for activities. That's where I always get my spa discounts. Try Meetup. And I know if you do Airbnb has an activity section. So in Airbnb, you can actually buy tickets. Like, I saw on there, they have an activity section. They were showing me things in Florida. They were like, oh, there's social distancing, salsa, there's this cooking class, there's kayaking, not kayaking, I think it was parasailing. And they're like $10 tickets. So if you're like super active, definitely do that. Whenever I'm in hotels, I don't know, like, I feel like I just feel so much more secure and safe. But just like, be friendly with staff. I mean, you ain't gotta be like, oh, I'm by myself, but you definitely want to be friendly with staff. And they kind of know. Like, I feel like the staff I feel like I get even better customer service experience when I'm by myself, because they just take care of you. Like, I remember when I was at that Hilton resort, like, whenever I would go down to the restaurant, because sometimes I didn't want to pay for room service, I would just go down to the restaurant and get my food to go, and I would wait there at the bar, and I didn't really mind. And like, they would give me free food. They would be like, oh, you want a free drink, or, you know, I threw a free appetizer. Like, people just take care of you. So Make sure you sign up for rewards. This video is all over the place. This is what happens when I don't write notes. But sign up for the rewards program. So sign up for all the hotel chains, all the airlines, all the car rentals. If you have a credit card, travel credit cards, if that's your thing, like, you know, try to make sure to leverage that so you can get your points and all of that stuff. So in terms of like what I do once I get settled, we talked about picking like a location kind of based on what you like. Again, I'm really chill. All I need is a beach, some views, I'm good, you know. But try to if you can pre-plan your activities, like something. Try to like have one thing you do each day, even if it's a small thing. So for me, that might look like going to the spa. I might pick the day that I want to go to the mall, so I know when I'm getting my car rental. Maybe I'm meeting up for lunch for a friend, but kind of having like one big thing that you're looking forward to each day, and then letting the rest of your day flow. So again, thinking about the purpose of your solocation, like, why are you getting away? Most times we're doing it because we want a break, we want to relax. So this is where you really want to indulge in the things that relax you. So if you're a big bubble bath person, pick a place that has a nice deep tub, and, you know, go out and buy yourself some bath bombs, buy yourself flowers for your trip, buy yourself nice champagne, you know, commit to having, like, again, if it's based on budget, but treating yourself to a nice dinner at least once while you're there, bringing books with you to read, meditating. And I always bring my journal whenever I travel, you know, bring my journal, and I really commit to having at least one real evening of like deep reflection and intuition, because I find that like that really gets me back energized and fuels my energy. So yeah, like, you know, just kind of planning it out like that, but also not being so rigid where you don't give yourself space to like do something new, do something different. Anything else I would say on this topic? I wish this was a live stream. If this was a live stream, I could talk to you all. I'll have to see if we can do a live stream in Vlogmas. But the big thing I would say about doing it on a budget, because before I was definitely doing it on a budget, that's why I would say make sure you're members of the hotel loyalty programs, because you start to build up those points, and you can use those points towards rooms. Again, you have a credit card. I know a lot of people get credit card perks, but I found, especially with Hilton, like when you're a member of the honors program, you get better deals and better fees. Get on these hotel email lists. Like, I got an email, and I'm really kicking myself for not taking advantage of it, but it was through like Sheridan Suites. They sent out a 5-day stay in Orlando. It was $279 total, not per night total, and it was for their villas. I'm not really big on Orlando, but I'm like, shoot, I should have went. And I was like, maybe I can get that from my mom, but it was non-transferable. It had to be you. But anyway, like, that's an example of like getting on these email lists and like seeing these deals, so that you can like take advantage of it. But, and then also not being shy about asking like if there's upgrade options when you check in. Like, I've gotten really good rooms, like the higher floors, more space. So I've gotten whole suites for free just by asking and being friendly at the check-in. So that's that. But I would say if you are like kind of working on a budget and you're trying to figure out what to spend the most money on, I would spend the most money on your accommodations. Like, especially if you're kind of a homebody in a sense like me, where you're not trying to really be outside like that, especially now in the pandemic when you're really just gonna be in a room. Like, splurge on your accommodations. Like, splurge on where you lay your head, because if you, one, are like me, that's where you're gonna spend the bulk of your time, and two, like, you know, it's shelter and security. It's gonna help you feel more comfortable. If you're looking for places to cut money, definitely cut money on renting cars and paying for parking. And you can also cut money on the airline. Like, you know, if you gotta fly, you know, Allegiant and Spirit are not my first choices. I try to avoid Spirit at all costs, but I've done Allegiant to Tampa a couple of times. But if you need to save money on the flight. Like, you don't have to be in first class unless your flight is over 4 hours. You don't have to like do the most. But even coming down here, I flew JetBlue. I never fly JetBlue because for some reason JetBlue don't even come up. I don't think they have a lot of flights out of Pittsburgh, but I flew JetBlue here for $40. I could have paid for the front seat or whatever else, $40. My flight back home is Southwest, $45. With free bags, right? So it doesn't always have to be like, I mean, I know a lot of us have like airline loyalty, but like sometimes you just gotta go with like, you know, you could spend $300 on a flight flight, or you can spend $40 on this Southwest ticket and then put the rest towards getting a suite for the weekend because you really want, you know, a hotel room with a kitchen, right? So you have a couple options there. But anyway, I hope that this video gave you some tips and some ideas. I typically staycation in, like I said, in Florida for the most part. I don't know, I just love the beach. I'm very like, I need to be by the beach. I need to be able to put my foot in the water, my feet in the sand. Florida also has the best spas to me. Every spa I've been to down here is absolutely amazing, though my personal favorite one is in Tampa. I've done a YouTube video on that spa too, so check out my vlogs. But I love the spas out here. There's a spa down here called Pure Spa. It's in a hotel. It's in a Pelican Hotel on the Strip. I'm about to go there before I leave because I need a massage bag. I will wear my mask the whole time, which is fine. Like, I don't care if I need a massage. But like, they have the best spas to me. They have rooftop spas and, you know, really great night. Like, Florida's like my thing. So if you're looking places to check out South Florida. Check out, I'm more for Fort Lauderdale than Miami. Miami cool, but I like Fort Lauderdale. I like things that are chill and slow and laid back. Try Fort Lauderdale, try Tampa, you know, Clearwater, Florida, if you're looking for something family friendly. I know there's a lot of family stuff there. But yeah, that's me. So, okay guys, thanks for watching today's episode of Vlogmas. I hope you got something from this, but whatever. Ask me some questions in the comments. I'm happy to like make a follow-up tomorrow or answer your questions down below. With that, I'll talk to you in the next video.